Hi friends, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning program. We are doing lesson number 7, that is conservation of plants and animals. I hope that you remember which lesson are we doing. Welcome to science. We are going to do chapter number 7, that is conservation of plants and animals. We have already completed one lecture. And in today's session, we are going to move further this topic, that is the conservation of plants and animals. The topic that we are going to start just now is ecosystem. Now, what is ecosystem? It is when you are mingling two words, that is the relation between all the biotic and abiotic components. Meaning of the word biotic is living and abiotic is non-living. So the relationship between the abiotic and biotic unit in one functional unit, that is called as the ecosystem. So what is ecosystem? A functional unit that is comprising all biotic and abiotic things. That means all the living and non-living components. Components is more better word as compared to the components is more better word as compared to the things. So it is the functional unit that is containing all the living and non-living components. So what is the reason why ecosystem is there? That is, what is the function of ecosystem? So there are two basic functions of ecosystem. The very first one is it will transfer the matter and energy. So we are discussing the function of ecosystem. Very first thing is it is useful for the transfer of matter and energy. For example, plants and us. We are eating all the plants and we are growing up. Okay, energy is getting transformed. It is going from one place to another. That means from plants, that energy is going in our body. So what it is actually transfer of energy from plants to us. Transfer of matter, ultimately the stuff that you are eating, what it is. It is a substance that is in solid state or liquid state. We are drinking water, we are getting some energy, like without water we cannot assume our life. So that is what is the transfer of matter and energy. Solid, liquid, the gaseous air that we are inhaling, oxygen. What it is? It is ultimately the transfer of matter that is responsible for our existence. So that is the basic function of ecosystem. The next is it will fix all the solar energy. So that is ecosystem. The next particular thing is the flora and fauna. All the plants, they are coming in flora, and all the animals, they are coming in fauna. For example, like you can take, you can write a big list of flora, the mango tree, teak tree, sal tree, what are all this? They are the flora. In a particular place you are finding it, that is the flora. And fauna, like you can say the cheetah, then deer, then the black that are found in Velavadar over here. So plants and animals that are found in a particular area, they are called as flora and fauna. So that is about the two topics. Kindly note this much. Particular area. Okay. So plants are called as flora and animals are called as fauna. Quickly note down this. After that we'll move further. Be quick. Okay. Now let's move further. With the next particular topic. And the next particular topic is the endemic species. Now, what is the meaning of this word endemic species? There are some species which are found exclusively in one particular area, and it's for us to find it at some other place. So those places which are found exclusively at one particular area, these are called as the endemic species. So the species found these are called as the endemic species. They generally develop on islands due to geographical isolation. There are various examples of this type of endemic species. Most of them they develop on the islands because of the geographical isolation. Now, when you go in your class 10, you will study that geographical isolation it leads to speciation. Now, what is the meaning of this word geographical isolation? That means some particular group of species they go from one place to another. They are shifted because of many reasons. It can be like, for example, particular ant was taken away, like a vulture was flying and it took some particular flesh. Okay. And on that flesh some of the ants were roaming. Now when it will, the vulture will take that piece of flesh, along with it all that ants will also go. Now wherever that particular vulture will reach, there the ants will reach. Now when that ants will move further in their life, they'll produce more number of ants. Then according to the DNA, there'll be some kind of changes will occur in them. So that is what is, give rise to some new transformations will happen in them, and that is how, because of geographical isolation, the speciation occurs, and endemic species are generally found. So this is one of the way by which we can found some particular species. Then there is a list of some of the endemic species that is found at the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. The Panchmari Biosphere Reserve, it is containing the flora. Example is Sal. Just remember two. While if we talk about fauna, then that is Indian giant, squirrel, and flying squirrel. Okay, so what are endemic species? Those species that are found in some particular area. They generally develop on island because of the geographical isolation. Then some of the examples that they have given that you have to memorize. Kindly note down this. After that, we'll move further. Yeah, 1 minute to note it. Note it, then we'll move further. Be quick. Okay, so now let's move further to the next particular topic, that is wildlife sanctuary. So let's move further. Now, what is wildlife sanctuary? There is some particular area that is strictly meant for the protection of wildlife animals. Capturing or killing of animals is strictly prohibited over there. That particular area where the wildlife is protected, that is called as wildlife sanctuary. So what is wildlife sanctuary? Area where the wildlife is protected. So okay, if I tell you to give me examples of wildlife animals, then there'll be a big list with you like tiger, cheetah, lion, etc., etc. All these are preserved, and you are knowing that the one at Gir, we are having the wildlife sanctuary at Gir. It is famous for preserving all the lions, and you can see the Asiatic lions, very rare species, are seen over there. And if you go on around, you can see the cubs are playing with the lion, lioness, and it is a very scene over there. So it is the place where we can protect the wildlife. Next, the killing or capturing of any kind of wild animal is not at all allowed. It is not at all allowed. The wildlife animals, their killing is not at all. The this World Conservation Union, that is WCU, World Conservation Union, it has categorized all the plants and animals in some particular category. World Conservation Union, it has categorized some species in some category, that is in association with IUCN, that is International Union of Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. They have categorized all the species on the basis of how much they are in danger. So these are the two particular full forms that you have to memorize, because it can come quickly in 30 seconds. Note it quick so that we can move further on. How is the category done? Quick, 30 seconds, quick. Okay, so I hope that you have noted. Now they have divided a whole of the thing into four categories. What are those four categories? The very first one is the endangered species. What is the meaning of the word endangered species? These are the species which are not likely to survive if the causative factors, that is those factors that are like harming them, if that will continue, then at any case this will not survive. One of the best example is the lions, the Asiatic lions that are decreasing in day by day number. Various projects have been started so that their numbers increase. So endangered, so those species which are not likely to survive if causative factors continue. The example is Asiatic lion. Another example of the endangered species, crocodile. Crocodile's number is also decreasing, and various projects have been started to increase the number of crocodiles. The next particular thing is the vulnerable species. There are some species which will become endangered if we will not take care of them, and these are called as the vulnerable species. if causative factors continue. The example of it is the golden langur and the chinkara deer. The next particular category in this species is of rare species. The name itself says that they are very less in number. So the next particular species is the rare species. Less, or you can say small in number. They are called as the rare species. The example of it is the golden cat. After that, we are having the threatened species. You already know the meaning of the word threat. That means like they're having some other kind of like scared they. So all the species, that is the endangered species, vulnerable species and rare species, all these three are coming under the threatened species. Okay, so as per the World Conservation Unit, we are having the 4 categories of species. Endangered species, that means they are likely to get extinct, like dinosaurs are already extinct. Vulnerable, these are likely to get endangered. Rare species found in very less in number, and threatened. All these 3 are coming in threatened species. And all particular endangered species, their name is mentioned in one book that is called as Red Data Book. Will note it, Red Data Book. This is the book which will contain all information about the endangered species. It was very first time published in 1991. This is the first published data book. Okay, when was it first published? In 1991. So this is about the wild about the species that are categorized by World Conservation Unit. Quickly note it down. After that, we'll move further with the next particular topic. You are having exactly 1 minute to note it. Quickly note it so that we can move further. Be quick in noting. Okay, I hope that you have noted. The next particular topic is migration. Now, what is the meaning of the word migrate? You know that people are migrating from here to generally foreign countries. This is the common thing you might have heard. People from villages, they migrate to cities for getting a proper lifestyle. Uh, so these are the common words that you have heard in your day-to-day life. Now, what is the meaning of the word migration? When a particular creature or animal or plant is going from one place to another, like to overcome all the unfavorable conditions. So, for getting everything that is better. Okay, so that is called as migration, and those who are migrating, they are called as migrators. The common migrating creatures are the whales, fishes, then various butterflies. And the longest migration is from north pole to the south pole. And like this is for the birds. Uh, okay, so this is how generally the migration is done. So the species are migrating from one place to another. Now, why do birds migrate? So, in the search of food, then to get some particular type of environment that they need for sustaining their life, that is called the reason why the birds migrate. The next particular topic is the recycling of paper, very common thing. You all are knowing that paper is something which is very much useful these days. Uh, like in if I talk about the upcoming technology, then right now America is working on one technology in which uh, like what they are doing, they are there is one machine in which when they are putting the paper, then all the ink from the paper is extracted and you get the blank paper again. So that is what they are working on. Why they are doing is because lots of paper waste is generated, and whatever you things you see around yourself, you'll be seeing the books, then wherever like you want to gift anyone, then you are gifting the cards that of paper, then posters, bulletin boards, uh, whatever things you see, especially your area, wherever it is all made up of paper. Generally, all the things that you are using as a child, most of the thing you are using, that is paper. So people recycling, as different types of recycling processes are going on: tissues, paper towels, candy wrappers, paper cups, plates. There are some things that cannot be, these are recycled, and demand of recycled paper has increased a lot because paper is produced from the wood. You all knowing that we are getting the paper from wood, so that's the reason its recycling is very much necessary. And the last particular topic is reforestation. What is the meaning of the word reforestation? Reforestation means your like ultimately by somehow or the other means the forest is grown again, like a small portion people can like make the forest cover, like they can plant more and more trees in particular area, and ultimately this is how by planting more and more trees the reforestation can occur. This is all about the whole of you have understood the chapter was just of 2 lectures because it was very easy content. Most of the things you already know, they were such. Okay, so that's all for the content of the day. I hope that you have understood all the content that is taught today. From our next, just calculate the number of lessons that we have done. We have completed chapter number 3, line wise if we see, then 5, 6, 7 I completed today, then 8 and 9 were already over. So this many lessons are already over. So do keep doing the homework, revising and giving the WRTs properly. So that's all for the content of the day. Hope that you'll be a part of Reforestation One Mahotsav, and you'll conserve the wildlife, the like plants, animals, whatever you see around you. Okay, so that's all for the content of. Not only necessary that we study, it's really necessary that we apply all these things in our day-to-day life. Will conserve water, so see that ultimately you are beneficial to the nature. So that's all. Have a very good day, all of you. Bye bye.